or 100%. The Aussies with the first free kick of the game. Lovely delivery, straight into the corridor. Couldn't quite come away with the footy. And we're scrapping in the centre square. Looks like someone's copped a knock to the mush. And there is a free kick for high contact.
And that's Susie.
Is that Susie?
South East London Giants.
That'll be Susan Carr of the South East London Giants.
Skipper for the UK team today. Nice little mark.
Beautiful delivery straight through the guts, actually. Just barely the required 15. Players are streaming forward for the UK. Ball's at the top of the 50. It's come loose, fiercely contested. Brooksy goes in and gives away a free kick. There's a little bit of a hold up here. I'm not quite sure what the umpire is. She's counting the players. And it looks like the UK might have had one extra player for those first couple of minutes.
I believe they call that a home ground advantage. They can bat an eyelid to that.
Oh, number 180 takes a brilliant mark there. I didn't know numbers actually went that high, but this is what you get to do in Peckham. You get to learn about football, you get to learn about numbers. Number 11, straight into the 50, crumbed. She surely doesn't have that. And that'll be the umpire's ball for a ball up in the UK forward 50. Number 180 roaming dangerously. Spills out the back. There's a lovely little link up there. Kick to no one in particular, but it creates a very dangerous situation for UK, who are fighting fiercely for that loose footy.
The red zone.
And the umpire's ball. Has that been paid in the back or holding the ball? Could have gone either way, really. That is a free kick to the UK, kicking towards the extremely uneven goalposts. Hopefully, she has a keen sense of the goals because there's not a very obvious indication from the height of those posts.
Number 25 for the goal. First goal.
That is straight through the eye diddle diddle. 6-point goal. Thank you very much. Great start for UK. The home team off to an absolute blinder. Quack on scoreboard duties, marks up.
Number 6.
There's 6 points there. That's not what a 6 looks like. No, that one's still, yeah, you need that one. And there you go. Fortunately, the scoreboard's not on the stream, Quack, because that wasn't your finest effort. But we move. Balls back in the middle. Hopefully someone's counted the players to make sure we do have the right amount, and we're off.
Oh, nice little bump from the UK.
Susie, the skipper, has all the space in the world, but they've paid the delivery to her as a throw. I'm not quite sure I saw it, but the umpire is better versed than I am in these matters. The ball enters the Australian forward 50 for the first time all day. They can't take a grab and it spills out, and it's just back into the hands of the red team,
out.
who have done a lovely job picking apart the Australian defence there. Ball's coming down the wing. Brooksy's chasing. Go on, Brooksy. Brooksy, the South East London Giant, feeling very at home amongst the little hills and tufts of grass at Peckham Rye. Umpire's going to ball it up on the wing.
Little rock first tap.
UK win the tap. And again, just look like they've got a little bit more space and more composure around the footy. It bundles forward towards their forward 50, and they've got numbers around it. That looked a lot like a fair bump, but the umpire saw it quite differently to how I did. Perhaps a little bit less biased than me. Quack, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Good quack.
GB first? Oh, UK I meant. She didn't have the ball there. Yeah.
And there's yet another free kick for the Aussies. The vast majority of their possession has come from free kicks today, which says to me that UK need to clean up their game just a little bit, even though they're dominating around the loose ball. That's a lovely handball into the path of number 27, who bangs it towards the Australian goal. There's no one home though, and the ball comes straight back out again. Every loose footy seems to be surrounded by players in red. I don't think the Australians want to go near that ball at the moment, and it's showing on the scoreboard. Ball's getting thrown in on the far wing. And yet again, GB come away from the contest in possession. The ball bundles towards the top of their 50. Another loose ball and another UK player takes possession. Unfortunately, kicks it straight into the path of number 5 for Australia, who is Tanika Hanley, according to the team sheet that I've just been passed. Thank you very much, Jose. Hanley again, out to Trish Medwin. Bangs it into the 50, straight down the guts of another UK player. They are everywhere today. It's almost as if there are more of them on the field than the Australians, which there may well be. Loose ball on the outer wing. Finally, Australia come away from the contest with the pill. And Steph Foster drops a gimme. The ball springs back out the other way.
Nice.
And we've got a little bit of ping pong going on here. It is just being banged across either side of the goal square. No one really taking possession and control. Here comes Brooksy. Excellent work from the South East London Giant there. And that tackle's been rewarded for UK. They're making a counter-attack. They're going straight down the guts. It's been contested in the middle by Australia. Not making a great deal of progress here. It's blustery conditions, it's bloody cold, and I think that's really going to have an impact on the way this game's played. Not a day for your big marking forwards. It's going to be pretty crummy. It's a very muddy field, so it's going to be slippery conditions all around. There's a kick out onto the outer wing, out towards the bar. While I mention, at the bar, if anybody's at the ground listening to the commentary, which I very much doubt they are, Quack, why bloody would they be? But if they are, they can donate to Team GB's fund to try and get themselves over to Canada. Is it Canada, Quack?
Yes, Transatlantic Cup. Or if anyone listening overseas would like to donate, we can provide details on donations.
Absolutely. Hit up the South East London Giants socials. I'm sure there are links there for Team GB's drive to get them over to the Transatlantic Cup. And
none of these guys get paid or anything, so any little bit would help.
There we go.
Immensely.
Every little bit helps. The Aussie kick there intercepted by the UK, and the umpire's going to ball it up at the boundary of the bar side wing. My understanding is that the The bar's stocked some Aussie favourites. We've got some 4X gold over there, Cock, today. What else we got?
Got some shapes.
Got some shapes.
We do have some VB as well, but they're in glass bottles at the moment, so we might need to siphon them out to make them taste a bit better.
Oh, I don't mind a VB in a glass bottle. If you're drinking VB anyway, what's the bloody difference, Cock? What's your flavour of shape?
Barbecue, 100% barbecue.
Yeah?
And then the second one will be cheese and bacon.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Both of
argue with
which
that.
are
Pizza's up there for me,
Oh,
though.
pizza, controversial.
UK with a high up and under on the bar side wing
Mark,
with a
but play
perfect
on.
mark. She's turned, she's barreled it
And
towards
there's
the centre square. Here comes Brooksy yet again. She is everywhere today, Quack. How is it to play alongside some of these Giants girls? The Brooksy, the Susie, who else we got out there?
We've got a few actually. We've got, Brooksy, Susie.
We've got Maz.
Maz, Ginge, and
Sia.
Yeah. I mean, Maz is literally why the women's league exists anyway, so that's always quite
A genuine hero of London footy,
Yeah.
representing
Ginge's been part
UK
of the club
today.
since before the women's team as well, so always very honoured.
Likely since before I was born, Quack.
Some would say with
Yeah.
the Masters, they're all over 35.
They are absolutely. They're getting on. But it doesn't seem to be showing in their skills. Things are really picking up as the Australians launch a counter-attack, which is some of the nicest ball movement I've seen from them all day. Unfortunately,
back onto
gobbled up
UK.
again by the UK defender, and the
Yeah,
ball comes out towards the
territory.
commentary side wing. Momentum's been halted. The ball goes up in the air. 50-50 contest, and UK unsurprisingly come away with the goods.
5 minutes left in this quarter.
Here comes
Here's
Brooksy yet again.
GB
She's having a
player.
ripper. Take your time, Brooksy. That'll be 50, umpire.
Nice, Brooksy. Always in the midfields, Brooksy. Legs for days.
She's absolutely taking command of this wing. It's a pleasure to have her on the commentary side. She's a classy player. She goes in hard at the loose footy. It's exactly what the UK girls are basing their game on today. Just winning those contests as soon as the ball hits the deck, making sure they come up with the footy.
Again,
And that's why they're
UK
dominating
with
possession.
the
They should be, realistically, a little bit further ahead on the scoreboard than they are now, but that'll come. It's early days. She's got all the time in the world. 71 just dances around her opposition, bangs it into the 50. Oh, how good is this?
Handballing it. She's going to get another goal. A little bit off centre, that kick.
Yeah, a
Still
really good
back in their
opportunity there
50.
goes begging, but there's a stoppage just on the bar side of the UK attacking goal.
Just over 3 minutes left in the quarter. They could get a goal here.
That's plenty of time.
Gaza.
How long are the quarters, Quack?
17 minutes.
We're playing 17-minute
17
quarters. That's
quarters.
niche. Who decided that?
It's another thing that they're trialling with the 3 behind goalposts.
Yep.
17-minute quarters.
17-minute quarters, 3 behind posts, 1 goal post. It's all about innovation today at the Rye. Is that with time on, Quack, or is it just straight 17?
Just straight 17.
Straight 17.
UK's just got to get it back into their 50.
Bit of a scrap over the loose ball, and Australia come away with it, bang it down the bar side wing. The UK are waiting, but cop a pretty hard tackle actually. I'm not sure if there was a bit of high contact perhaps there. The umpire's a lot closer than me. She didn't call it, so I don't think it was there.
Contact.
Quack, I'm a little bit touchy about high contact at the moment. I've just watched the Swannies game this morning, and 2 metre Peter tried to murder Harry Cunningham, and I've got to
Still a little bit traumatised.
I've got a sour taste. If he doesn't do 4 weeks, I'll go he.
We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Absolutely. Developments from the MRO to come on Monday or Tuesday, perhaps our time. The ball is still stagnating along that boundary. It seems like Australia late in this quarter are starting to even out the contest just that little bit. They've found their footing. They're braving the harsh conditions out here in the Peckham wind. And as I say that, that'll be holding the ball. Nope, UK kind of coming into their 50 in dribs and drabs.
No prior.
Can't quite get enough time or space to get the ball on the boot, which is a testament to the Australian defending pressure.
Bit of a soccer kick. UK again into their 50.
There we go.
Oh.
Or, yeah, I'll pay that
Did
as a
they give it?
mark.
No,
No, not
okay,
quite.
play
Didn't
on.
quite have it for long enough there.
A bit of kicking in danger there. That's okay.
Brooksy, yet again, takes the loose footy, makes it her own. She's brought her own pill today, I'm sure of it.
Just less than a minute now, so if the UK can manage to convert this, they've put themselves in a very good position for the second quarter.
Australia might be out here. Got a little bit of space. And they stream forward off that free kick for high contacts just as the sun starts to peek out from behind those clouds. Australia have a little bit of time to make a counter attack. They've maybe got 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, about 30 seconds.
30 seconds left in the quarter.
They've got
And no, the UK do just enough to force the stoppage, and that might be all she wrote for the first quarter of this Masters game between the UK and Australia
And
at
that's
Peckham Rye in
time.
London. We'll be back in 5-ish minutes for the second. The Australian team coming out for the second term. I wonder if they're going to have any answers, Quack.
They are kicking uphill and against the wind.
They are, absolutely. Now they're kicking very much to
they?
the scoring end. Towards the classic configuration of 1 goal post and 3 behind posts. Hopefully that inspires something in them. Outcome Team UK.
Still looking strong, lots of lungs, long legs. I think they've got this.
If I knew how to count, I'd check that we had the right amount of players either side, but I'm going to leave that to people smarter than I am.
Leave that to the umpires.
Looks like Ginge is lining up on the Siegs bar wing.
So Siegs is one of our players who has very kindly sponsored the bar.
Unsurprisingly, AFL London doesn't receive a great deal of funding, does it, Quack?
They do not receive a lot of funding
So
at
it comes
all.
down to the generosity of people like Siegs to keep this club and the league afloat, and we're really thankful for that.
Speaking of sponsors, if anyone wants to sponsor us, for AFL London, once again, get in contact.
Yeah, if you run a business. Do you know what? Team GB are actually looking for a logo sponsor on the back of their Guernsey, aren't they?
They are.
They're doing so via a
yes.
raffle. You can buy a £75 raffle entry as the ball comes up for the second term. And the winner of
Bit of
that
a
raffle,
slippery
that'll be
one.
tunnelling, that's a free kick every day of the week. The winner of that raffle gets their business logo on the back of the Team GB Guernsey when they go over to Canada. Susie with the handball from the middle. Goes out towards the Siegs bar wing. UK enter the forward 50. Goes over the top of the leading forward and dribbles out of
And
bounds
out.
for a throw in. Are they throwing in, Quack?
Yeah, they're throwing it.
It looks like they might be, they're giving a ball up about 5 metres in from the boundary rather than the throw in today.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Too wet.
yeah, I think it potentially just reduces the amount of time the ball spends
Oh, yes.
kind of hugging this boundary line, which is good for the state of the game. Creates a more free-flowing affair as the ball launches in towards the top of the square.
dominating into
There's a
the
little bit of a
50
contest.
again.
Australian defenders come out with the pill, and there we go. There's that boundary again.
Oh yeah, they are bringing it about 5.
Quack, if you were the coach of the Australian girls, having watched what we've just seen in the first term, what sort of changes would you be making?
I would get them onto a player, hug their players a bit more because
Yep.
there's a lot of loose players out there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. UK do just seem to be at the drop of the ball each and every time. Do you think it could be a fitness thing?
I mean, the UK team are looking very, very fit, having had a pre-season for the last 2 months. With
There you
a
go.
lot
So
of
they're
the
on
girls
fresh
there.
legs, whereas Australia have just come off the back of their season, so they might be feeling a bit more tired.
And
a bit
they
more
have
sore.
also just come from Ireland, I believe, have they not?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not quite
For
sure
international rules game.
what the result was of the game over in Ireland. I think they might have been playing a bit of Gaelic as well as Aussie rules. Am I
Yeah.
right in saying that?
So it might be.
So we might be feeling a bit
a
more
bit
banged up
jet lagged,
from
you
that.
know?
It's a bloody long way over here from Australia, so the flight definitely takes it out here. But we're not here to make excuses for the Aussies. We are here to be as biased as possible in our commentary of the UK team, who
So
are
go UK. Oh no, not gonna
in
a
their
little bit short.
forward 50, kicking towards the Monleys end.
And can you care to explain to us, Gaz, why this is called the Monleys End?
Absolutely. I'm just going to wait for a stop and play there as the ball dribbles over
Into a behind?
the line, and I think they've paid that as a behind. They absolutely
it a
have. The goal
behind.
umpire waves his
Nice
flag. We've got
rainbow
the
flag.
pride flags behind the goals today, which I absolutely love to see. The Aussies take the kick in. She's played on off the kick in. Banged it out onto the flank,
That was
and it has found the boundary. Monleys, Quack. Monleys is an institution of Nunhead. It's a rip-off of Morley's, which is a pretty well-known fried chicken
It's a
shop
fried chicken
around
shop,
these
isn't it?
parts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fried chicken culture in Southeast London is unparalleled. But our friends at Monleys rose above. They're a
So there are
countless
elite
Morleys around these areas, but there's
another
only one
good
Morleys. It is
mark
unique.
in
That is a
50.
beautiful intercept from UK. I don't
I
know
think
if
she
it
was
was
going
called as play
back.
on, but number
That was-
21, Estelle, dragster, definitely came over the mark. She's been called back. The free kick has been taken right to the top of the square. There is a big contest there. The ball
Right in
spills
front
to
of the
ground,
goals as well.
and it looks like Australia are going to come away with it.
Australia's defence is brittle. Could be
Yeah, no,
different.
they really are holding the
What is it?
holding the UK forwards
Ball.
to
Oh,
account.
look at that mark,
They're just not quite able to get out of that defensive 50. The zoning work from the UK girls is elite, actually. And another stoppage at the top of the UK 50. Anyway, as I was saying about Monleys, they're unique. Bossman has a very kind soul, and he will hook you up with an extra wing if you look a little bit a bit hungry. So
The service. Oh, where's all the players?
yeah,
going?
I really do highly recommend it for anyone that's looking for a bit of greasy southeast
And that is
London
why
chicken.
we call that the Monleys End.
That is why we call that the Monleys End. Absolutely.
I will admit I was too busy thinking about Monleys just now to actually see what happened there.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I almost forgot that there was a game of footy, but what a scintillating game it is. The sun's come out. The conditions actually couldn't be better for London
has completely
in March.
died
Things are
down.
looking
Oh,
pretty
it's
good. That's a
lucky as
brilliant take there
trees.
from, again, Estelle. She's been all over it actually for the Aussies. Barely the required 15. We're going back. Number 16 there, that's Kate Greenacre, was tempted to go for the hands off, but kicked it instead. Number 1.
Oh, beautiful.
Had a shot on goal. Steph Foster looked the goods, but there was a defender right back on the goal line who took a lovely mark and cleared that ball out of the UK defensive 50. Loose ball out near Siegs' bar. Again, shout out to Siegs.
Good old
It's been
Siegs.
immortalised on the side of that gazebo. Couldn't think of a better person to have that honour.
Immortalised on our Siegs
UK
bar.
are out here. They've got time. They've got space. There are two forwards.
Opportunity.
One on the lead for UK.
Mark it again.
The delivery was
She's gonna play
just
it.
short.
Play on.
I
Blew the
think
whistle
the
there.
UK forward might have claimed a mark when it hit the deck there. So the umpire's going to call that a ball up.
Dominating the ruck as well.
It's just the composure that is really on display here from the UK. There's
Yes,
time and
composure, that's
space.
the word.
Every time they
Yeah.
break out of the contest, every time they're at the feet of a loose footy, they seem to have that extra second, and they're making better decisions because of it. I've just been past a pre-pair, 100% Korean pear juice in a fun little pouch. This thing looks absolutely the goods, really. It says ditch the hangover, no preservatives, no added sugar. I believe they might be sponsoring today. So Prepare have a booth over by the Siegs bar.
You've
They're-
got to look after your body.
yeah,
so
they are
ditch the
dishing these
hangover.
things out.
Interestingly enough, it's also gluten-free, vegan, and additional antioxidants. So anyone that's celiac or of the vegan
The vegan persuasion.
type.
I've just been handed a bottle of water as well. I don't think that's a sponsor. I think that's just for me to keep hydrated. This club takes really good care of their members, and I'm eternally grateful. Loose ball on the Siegs bar wing. That looks like Susie's come away with that. She launches the ball inside 50. It's intercepted by number 9 from Australia. That's Fiona Wynn. I wish I had a bloody team sheet for the UK girls, but beggars and choosers and whatnot.
Wind just picked up, almost knocked off the Pyro scoreboard.
Yet another forward 50 entry for the UK, and yet again spoiled by the Australian defenders. That seems to be the story of the term, Quack.
Spoilers. They just
brick wall defence with no real way
of getting it.
Of scoring off those rebounds that they're creating. Australia are having a hard time getting it past the centre in towards the old short 3-post goal.
Ruck won by the Australians.
There's another stoppage. A lot of stoppages this term, Quark. What do you reckon?
Could be a sign of them getting tired.
It's early days to be getting tired.
It is very early.
I mean, listen, I'm not out there, am I? So I can't be overly critical. I'm already feeling like I might have a nap after this, just from all the standing that I'm doing. Susie came away out of the contest there and delivered the ball inside 50 yet again, and it was spoiled. It's the same story. UK attacking, but with very few
Australia
options, and Australia really holding strong in their defensive 50.
Do you think they've taken some inspiration from the Australian Minister of Defence in soccer, Macca?
Have they?
Arnold. She's known as a defensive wall for football, isn't she?
Yeah, she might be.
I think they've taken some inspo from her.
That's good insight, Quack.
Oh, just to the foot. Yeah, there's 3 UK players to 1 Australian player there for that ball.
Yeah, that's it. They're
a bit more better positioned in the field.
Yeah, UK have set themselves up really, really well behind the footy, but just can't progress past that kick into their attacking 50. I'm not genuinely. I can't say what's going wrong here, but we are at a real stalemate of this second term. The scoreboard: 1 goal, 7 to the UK and 0 for the visitors.
With only 5 minutes left or 6 minutes left, they do really need to slot one in, don't they?
What do you know about enzymes, Quack?
So enzymes break up.
Oh, love that. Okay. It's because this prepare, it's all about enzymes, it reckons. They act on key enzymes in the alcohol metabolism. So if you have one of these before you get on the sesh, apparently you should feel a little bit...
I've had a mouthful and it is quite nice.
You're trying it live?
Yeah,
Can I get a... Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you reckon, out of 10? Oh, there's a shot at goal. That's out on the full from the UK, but at least it's promising signs that they are managing to have enough time in their 50 to make those shots. More of those shots you have, more of them that'll go in.
Sweet and creamy at the same time.
Sweet and creamy, she reckons. 9 out of 10?
I'd give it a 9.2.
9.2 out of 10. Go get yourself a prepare from just behind the Siegs bar. The crowd is starting to roll in, actually. I'm just looking over that other boundary. We're obviously all by ourselves over here. And there's, what do you reckon? Good 100 people?
Easily 100 there.
It's not bad.
Good to see a lot of supporters coming in.
Well, that's what this game's all about. It's about growing the game in London. There's another contest on that boundary.
That's Ginger.
We're rolling out a bunch of absolutely elite footballers here and just really putting on a show. There are loads of people out here, families, young kids, who are probably witnessing this game for the first time right now. And they don't have a lot of opportunities to do that in London. So this is a great initiative to be able to grow the game.
I'd say a lot of the UK girls have played this sport for the first time. Not today, obviously.
Not today, Quad, no.
But it's nice to see it growing and their families coming down and supporting.
No, yeah, absolutely. How long's AFL London been going for? Might be a question for Jose.
That might be a question for the president.
How long has AFL London existed for?
17 years as a guess. Maybe more, maybe less.
Cool. Yeah.
We're in our 11th as the Giants, and we were Dulwich Dragons before that.
Okay.
So I'm going to say maybe over 20.
About 20.
We'll get to our statisticians on it.
There we go. All right, I've got the stat man
I know the
doing some work
Oxford
for us, looking into the
game
history of AFL London. While the ball is hotly contested in the middle of the ground, neither team able to make really significant gains in terms of territory, but the UK launch an
UK
attack
just making
right
a lot
now,
of territory.
and that is a ripper of a mark. Who
Right
is
in front
that?
of the goals.
Number, are we saying that's 14? This is number 14, and I do have just recently received a team sheet.
Right in front of the
Number 14, that'll be, it's Rania Turner Ramadan, absolute
huge
ripper.
man. Come on, market UK.
And here, yeah, it's the same story all term.
We've had
The
someone,
defensive
writing, friend of the
wall.
Yep.
show.
AFL,
Big shout out to Mr. McGrath.
AFL London started in 1988 as the BARFL.
Oh, that's in the
That
back.
is surely a mark, or
That's definitely.
have they paid the mark, or have they paid in the back?
Mark.
The end result is the same. It's our girl, number 14, having another shot at goal. She feigns the handball. She's playing mind games with the Aussies.
Come on, right in the goal square.
1980. Oh! Was it
That's
touched?
the goal.
Waiting for the goal umpire's call. The girls are celebrating. They like it. 14 loves it. That is a goal.
Sausage roll.
Yes!
And that's Rania Turner Ramadan with the second goal of the day, the second girl for the GB. No, not the GB, the UK girls. And I'm just thinking about this 1988 stat. That does predate me by a significant margin. So AFL has existed in England for a while. I think there was actually an AFL match played in London not around that time, probably in the 90s or early 2000s.
I wonder if any of our viewers could write in and tell us about that game.
Yeah. If someone wants to hit me up, actually, the more stats you can feed me, whoever's watching, the more of an insight I can provide, and the less I have to just make up things.
What a goal from Team UK. Finally breaking that defensive wall.
Looks like we are moving a little bit out of a divot to take this free kick. Australia about to push the footy into their attacking 50 for the first time in a long time, but it is
mark
cut off
again.
straight away
Oh.
by a lady in red. The ball's spending a lot of time on that far wing today. Not today, just this quarter. We had the
Six
pleasure
wing.
of watching one of our girls from the Giants tearing it up on the commentary side in the first term, and since then the ball has really spent a significant part of its time over more towards Siegs' bar. Which makes it hard for me because I'll be honest, my eyesight's not that great and I'm having trouble picking out numbers, but I'm going to do my best for you, dear listeners. There's a mark. Our beautiful hands off to Susie, who tries to take on the tackler, can't quite get around her. Australia launch a counter-attack. Gets as far as the centre square, and then there's a stoppage.
We're into.
And that'll be it for the second half. Those scores again, UK 2 goals, 1-13 to nothing at all from the visitors. I'll bugger off until the second half.
UK dominating!
Right, I'm joined by Reese for the second half. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, Gaz? All right, mate?
Mate, I'm doing brilliantly. I'm standing in the sunshine in the most beautiful part of southeast London, watching an excellent display of women's footy.
It is a nice day as far as London days goes. We're blessed with a little bit of blue sky today.
How long have you been here?
I only got in yesterday.
Mate, you don't know what you're talking about. It is alright though. It's good. Where'd you come in from?
We come in from Hong Kong. Yeah, so we flew in from Adelaide and spent a couple of days in Hong Kong. And
Jeez, that's not bad.
yeah, no,
How
it
was
was
it?
nice. Yeah, no, Hong Kong's actually a beautiful part of the world, to be honest.
Yeah, ripper.
Yeah, excellent.
So I've noticed that the UK team are letting Australia take to the field first and then brave the conditions while they stay out there in their huddle. I do
Yep.
think they're playing a little bit of a mind game,
Yeah,
actually, with the women.
keep warm a little bit longer in the huddle, I reckon.
They know how it goes. Despite it being a nice day for London, it's still a pretty miserable day by global standards.
Sure is. 13-0 is the current score at the moment. As Australia take the field, we're just waiting on the UK.
The umpire hurrying up the UK team and they just huddle even further. And out they come, led by Susie Carr, the skipper of the UK team.
Also a local girl as well, South East London player.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
aware.
one of four out there today. And they've been making some really strong, one of five out there today, I've been corrected by Quock. And they've been making some bloody good contributions as well, actually.
Excellent.
Almost as if they're playing on their home deck, Reese.
Set in the middle now. Umpire throws it up, tapped down by Australia. UK get it out, kick just smothered. Australia go at it. Free kick in the middle here.
What was that for?
I think it was not too sure.
No, she's balling it up.
Balling it up.
She's balling it up. It's been a big game of stoppages today. The rucks have gone early and the umpires put the ball in the air. Australia yet again win the tap. The loose footy is being fought over. Australia come away with the goods, barrel it towards their 50, but it only goes as far as the half-back line of the UK, who push it forward into space. Off they go. The ball is bombed long.
Is she going to get
into
there?
the forward 50.
Perfect. That was a brilliant mark. Executed that to perfection. Now she's just got to compose herself here. Probably go back another few metres. Okay, we've just had a false count. There is a wrong amount of players on the field, I believe. That was
the
the call.
second time that's happened today for the UK team. Reese, while they are counting, what do you notice about the goals that the UK are kicking to right now?
They are very oddly shaped. If that's one thing I've noticed. It looks like there is 3 behind posts and just 1 goal post.
This has been my obsession of the day so far. I find it endlessly entertaining.
Well, as long as you're aware of which ones to put it through, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Mate. I'm very easily confused. I think that'd bugger me up, but I'm no good in front of goal anyway, so...
Mate, neither am I.
Excuse.
Just setting up a few little issues we've got here.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of commotion going on between the UK players and the umpires. And...
Just bringing the captains together at the moment, yeah. See if we can sort out this issue for a final time and get play underway without any more interruptions for the rest of the day. So
I'm no lip reader, Reese, but if I had to guess what's being discussed right now, I'd say the umpire is telling these ladies to sort it out.
I think it might be, the UK might be on one of their final warnings there, if this is the second time this has happened today.
And the ball's been overturned.
Yes, so...
Are we starting again from the centre?
Might just be starting the whole half again, quarter.
Seems to be, yeah. Yeah, we're restarting the quarter, absolutely. So we're going again for a 17-minute quarter race.
So rucks go out of that. Australia look like they've had a fair bit of it today in the hit-outs, and they win another hit-out here, but the tap is no good. That could be possibly in the back. No, umpire calls play on. Great Britain now with the football. Australia pick it up, bomb it forward, looking for, and there's no one home. Great Britain take the footy on Australia's 50-metre arc.
The ball's coming down the commentary side.
Great
wing.
spoil.
Big contest in the air between the two rucks. Ball comes loose, out to Brooksy yet again, who takes her time, her head's on a swivel. She's looking for an option in the corridor. There's nothing doing. Bangs it down the line, only as far as the player on the mark. And
Australia get the handball out now. Kicks down the line, looking for an Aussie. Unfortunately, there's no one home for Australia. It is Great Britain with the football there. She wants to let her go here and careful not to give away 50. Eyes dart to the inside, finds a player. Unfortunately, it's just not made the distance. Picks it up now, Great Britain looking to go back, to go forward, and it's worked. Unfortunately, no one home. Australia will mark the ball about 60 metres out from Great Britain's goal.
Number 16 assessing her options. She's got a loose player. That's the ruck on the wing. The ball has spent most of its time on this wing, alternating quarter by quarter.
Does make it easier to commentate when we can see a little bit more of what's going on.
No, but in the second term, it was on the bar side wing, and now it's on the commentary side. So it favours the left footers today if the ball continues the way that it's going. There's a little bit of a contest at the top of the.
Oh, I think that's just hanging
attacking.
on, and it's a free kick to Great Britain here. Dishes off the handball onto the wing, fumbles the ball. That gives Australia time to clean up. Still with Great Britain now. Australia pick up, gets away. Down the line, no one home as the ball dribbles out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in about 60 metres out from Australia's goal.
Despite these repeated stoppages, it actually has opened up a little bit in this third term.
Yeah.
It seems like the halftime break has done its work. The legs are feeling a little bit fresher. There's a little bit more run in this. Fewer players around the footy as the ball goes up.
Australia with another hit out. Very heavy ground out there from what we've noticed. Grass is very, very long and spongy.
There's a lot of it, isn't there? During the season proper, it does get a mow, but obviously we're in pre-season conditions, which means swamp.
We had a lot of rain recently, or?
Yeah, well, listen, it's London.
It's London, yes.
Spring.
Silly question.
Absolutely had a lot of it. That's been called as a throw. Number 16, yet again with the free kick. Puts it high. Straight through the skittles though, spills out the back.
A little bit scrappy here going on at the moment. Did that come off below the knee? It doesn't matter, it's gone through or behind anyway, as the scores move to 14. 2 goals, one at the moment.
That was a rush behind for the Australians.
Australia still yet to score here. That dribble's out of bounds. Was she out of the square when she kicked that? That'll determine whether or not that was a free kick. It looks like it will be a throw up. Ball up.
I think she might have played on by a step or two.
Want to be careful too there not to get done for deliberate. We do see a lot of that these days, and sometimes or insufficient intent as they call it.
Insufficient intent, absolutely. You don't get a great deal of that called in the London League, I'll be honest. Susie comes out of the stoppage, struggles to maintain control of the footy, and...
Is that out in the full? I think it
was.
Was,
it might have come off hands.
So we've got a free kick here to Great Britain about 55 metres out from Australia's goal on the wing. Down the line, looking for a target. Unfortunately, it's just Australia in front. Scrappy football at the moment as the crowd looks to get involved, cheering on their team. Excellent, nearly a clean pickup. That is brilliant work from the Australians right there. Handball, not so much. Be lucky to not get done in the back there. As dishes it off. Now they're away. We break and play. Great Britain go forward. Just a sloppy kick there. Ooh, did she have possession? Umpire's going to ball it up.
Number 5 from Australia was all over the UK girls' back.
Emma Green.
Umpire says nothing doing, takes possession, balls it up, and Australia do again come away with the tap, but it's the UK midfielders who have possession of the footy, and we've got another stoppage.
I think Great Britain here just need to have a little composure. Just look at some of their disposals, haven't quite hit their targets. So just be looking to work on that in this next few minutes. Or is that a sling? No, it's called holding the ball.
There was some feeling in that tackle though, I tell you what.
Very lucky not to get done for a sling tackle there.
Yeah, straight off the ground, give the ball back, there it is. And the UK player takes her time, allows her team to set themselves up, looks for a target. There's not a great deal down the line, so she opts to put it into the guts at the top of the 50, and that is a lovely mark.
Now we want to find some leads here. Is anyone presenting? She doesn't seem like she has got anyone presenting
Maz
for her
is on
at
the lead.
moment.
Maz is on the lead. You cannot ignore that sort of effort. Susie on her left peg,
drops
brilliant. It.
Oh, just falls short, just slightly.
And the ball tumbles out. No one really taking control, and it looks like it's about to dribble over the boundary line for another throw in. No, it's managed to stay in only until 5 metres down the line.
We'll have a ball up about 60 metres out from Great Britain's goal here. Now, the thing that's let Great Britain down since this half has started has definitely been the hit-outs. Australia with most of those. As we see another one here.
They can't capitalise. Their midfielders aren't taking possession from those hit-outs.
Yes, even though Australia are winning the hit-outs, it's not like we're seeing them do a great deal.
No, they're
with
certainly not
it.
taking the clearances. And as exemplified by the ball barrelling towards the UK goal square, the girls dive on it. You've got to get rid of it now. It does. It comes out off the ground, straight through the middle. That is a goal for the UK, which gives us 3 goals, 1-19 to a solitary behind from the visitors. Reece, what do you reckon about that?
Well, it wasn't a bad goal. It was just socketed off the ground, but it doesn't really matter how you get them at the end of the day. It's all about getting them on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, which is something Australia have really failed to do so far today as the rain starts to fall in London.
Typical London, eh?
Now I feel at home.
Australia are really going to have to start to fight back here before this starts to blow out. Another hit out to Australia. Just taps it forward to no one again, as we've seen all day. Just is it off to Great Britain.
That was Susie Carr.
Susie, yep.
The rain's starting to fall at a 45-degree angle.
Australia go forward. It's going to bounce into their 50. Have they got anyone home? They do. Is she going to get clean possession here? Just falls on the ball, trying to get a handball, can't get it away. Great Britain are going to take this. Looks like they are utilising the football very well here. That is going to be marked. Yes, that was very good play by Great Britain there.
If we think we had a lot of stoppages before, Reece, I think these conditions are going to really slow down the flow of the game, but you wouldn't know it at the moment from the way that the UK are moving their ball forward. There's been a couple of lovely link-ups. There's a third. Has she played on? She absolutely has. Brooksy puts it on the boot, and the ball is intercepted by number 37 from Australia.
Now, this is where Australia want to look to spread the football.
Is not on the team sheet.
See, in that sense there, Australia would have been much better off spreading to this side where they had a lot of space, but they've kicked to congestion, and we've seen the UK have just come away with the football again.
Tell you what, that rain is not making me happy standing over here, completely exposed on the right, and as I say that, it starts to pelt down. This is miserable, but I'm going to stay out here with Reece and Kwok and JD because we just love our footy.
We're not going anywhere, guys.
We're a bunch of unique individuals. And that's a lovely take from number 25 for the UK.
Inside 50 entries here have been utilised very well.
Of Vicky Jones. I work with the Vicky Jones. She's a superstar. So hopefully this Vicky Jones is equally wonderful and slots this goal. There is a lot of movement on that mark. That's 50 metres by my book, Reece.
Well, with that stand rule, it is in any other given day.
Ball
post there,
quite made the
unfortunately.
distance. I'm fairly sure some hail just hit me in the face.
I don't think we're going to have a lot of rain by the looks of it. We do see a...
If this isn't a lot of rain, Reece, I don't know what is.
UK just pick up possession here as they look to go back inside 50. Have the ball here, looking to go forward. Can they get clean possession and get it out to the back? They do.
Here's Ginge from the South East London Giants with a beautiful hand pass off to number 1. I've just put my phone in my pocket so I can't access the team sheet, and it's back. That was Joshua Richmond. That's the wrong sheet. Kate Franklin. I wonder if she's any relation. Another stoppage in the Australian defensive 50. This was the story of the second term. They just couldn't clear it out of their 50. They were doing a really good job of stemming. Thank you, I've just been handed an umbrella. They've been doing a really good job of stemming the scoring from the UK, but they just can't rebound. Number 54 puts it on the boot.
Does it go through? What does the umpire say?
Just across the face. That was a lovely shot from Jane Meadows. She's in her element today, Jane Meadows, out here on the right. Australia getting ready for the kick in. We're watching for that play on, and there it is. That's absolutely a play on.
Goes long here with that one,
And
and no one home again for Australia.
Incredible intercept there.
Marked on the 50-metre line by Great Britain, looking to go back inside 50. Is anyone going to present?
That'll be UK race, not Great Britain. I do think there's a difference. I can't fully explain what it is, but I think there is one.
Well, I do apologise. I think
Northern Ireland, I think,
Great
is the
Britain
difference,
does not
actually.
include Northern Ireland. I
that's
think
it.
the UK does,
There we go.
yes.
And perhaps some of those little islands down the bottom, like your Guernsey and your Jersey and whatnot. I don't know what they fall under.
Couldn't tell you.
Nah. We're not here to be informed. We're here to call a game of footy. And what a game of footy it is. UK just being held up a little bit while Australia make a substitution. That might be a blood rule. I can't imagine any other reason they'd hold up the goal kicker.
And it just looks like we're getting a sub for Australia off the bench now.
Go.
Maybe going off for the blood.
She's not quite had a shot. She's just dropped the ball into the open space for someone to lead onto, but that lead didn't happen. And we've got another stoppage in UK's forward 50.
Yeah, Australia just can't seem to get it out of the 50-metre arc at the moment.
No, they're stuck in
UK
there,
with
mate.
just all the football. There's another little scrappy possession.
Yeah, it's a
just
testament
looks like it's just
to-
going to come back in here with Susie.
Here's
Picks it up.
Susie. It's a testament to the way that UK are set up behind the ball. Equally, though, their forwards just aren't getting the job done by putting the ball through the big stick. One big stick, one medium-sized stick. But here comes Susie to try to rectify that. Puts the ball into a dangerous spot, but it dribbles over the boundary line for yet another stoppage in the UK forward 50.
We're going to have another throw in here about 30 metres outside of the United Kingdom's goal.
It's a generous 30 there, Reece.
Oh, 20.
UK yet again come away from it. Here's Ginge, bangs it on her right boot, and
Was that a mark? No.
by all rights, that should have been a mark for the UK. I think it did come off a player's hand just in front of her, and it changed the trajectory slightly as it dropped into her waiting arms and straight through them onto the ground. There's a stoppage at the top of the goal square, very, very dangerous spot for the UK.
Another hit out for Australia, straight to an Australian player this time. And are they going to get it clear? No. UK managed to pick up the scraps. Australian player just kicking it out towards the boundary. Is it going to dribble out? It does. Play on. Oh, no, it doesn't. It stays in.
Race, you correctly called before. We wouldn't get a lot of rain. You were absolutely right. It was heavy, but the duration,
We have blue
fortunately,
skies above us again.
the umbrella goes away. I can feel the sun on my face. All of a sudden, I'm remembering what happiness feels like. UK about to enter their forward 50 off their flank.
Yeah,
The ball
that
comes
looks
short.
like it might be out on the full.
That is absolutely out on the full. That's exactly what happens when you kick it out
Yeah,
without the ball bouncing.
Australia just can't get it out, and even if they do manage to, they only get it to about the centre square, and then it just seems to just come back in again. They need to sort something out coming out of defence, maybe spreading the football to the other side of the field. Maybe there's a lot of play going on this side at
That's
the
a
moment.
fantastic intercept mark from number 8, Reece. Who's that?
Number 8 is Heather.
And she's put it straight down the throat of a teammate, and they're starting to pick their way through this UK zone. No, they're not. Just as I say that, the UK take another intercept. They're entering the forward 50. It's all a little bit clearer now.
Comes off
A
the
player
shin there.
dives for the mark, doesn't quite get it, spills out to the Australian defenders, and now the cavalry arrive
In
and
the back.
force the stoppage. In the back?
Who for Australia? See, they want to spread this way, and again, they just go out to that boundary. It looks like it might work this time.
Out
No,
to the
over
Siegs
head.
bar.
Oh, was that high? No, umpire lets it go.
Hasn't
We'll have a
quite
ball up.
made it as far as the Siegs bar, nor has it made it to our good friends at, just reminding myself of Prepare, our good friends at Prepare who have come down today and are dishing out your pre-hangover fuel, which I think some of these girls might need. Reece, have you seen one of the boat races before or after these games?
I have not, but I have heard about them. I might have seen a little snippet on Instagram.
They're fiercely contested. Some might say that the winner of the boat race is the winner of the day, and the footy result doesn't actually matter. Others would dispute that heavily.
I have heard that. I played a tournament over in Canada, and
Did you?
instead of playing in the grand final, we just decided the winner between the both teams when we just did a boat race. So.
It's fantastic. Who were you playing for, and who were you playing against?
I was playing for the Burnaby Eagles.
Okay.
And we were playing against Edmonton. So Burnaby
Great.
is a team in Vancouver.
So you were living out in Canada at the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
I spent 9 months in Vancouver.
Love
Yeah,
that for you.
yeah.
Australia finally able to clear the ball only as far as the bottom of the centre square. The UK ruck with a beautiful kick to number 11, whose name I will find out.
Oh,
No,
just spoiled
I
there.
won't.
Great Britain, UK go forward. It's only as far as Australia, who get it out to this side. Lots of spare space at the moment. Ball's going to dribble forward. Australia, no one home again. UK looking out to the wing now. They've got a clean ball around one.
How's that? Sell
Goes
some
in,
candy. 71.
finds a target, and that
What a
was
delivery.
brilliant play by number 11 there for
And
UK.
Number 180 lining up for a set shot. 180 is comfortably the biggest number I've seen on a footy field. That's Katie Whitefield lining up, dances in, puts the ball on the boot. It was never on track, but it doesn't make it as far as the line, so there's every opportunity here for a score. I think that's front-on contact. There was a shoulder to her mush. Give that woman a free kick.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, I think the umpire might be balling it up here, Gaz. Not sure what happened there. It didn't look like it was...
I don't know about that. You've got to protect the players' heads, especially with all the concussion issues that past footballers are experiencing at the moment, the lawsuits going on in the AFL. I really think it's so important to protect the players' heads. So when you cop a stray shoulder to the face, you should probably at least be rewarded with a free kick.
Especially this day and age, we see a lot of umpires and, the AFL committee protecting the player's head.
Yeah, absolutely, as they should.
And it does make sense.
As they should.
Siren goes for three-quarter time here at the South East London ground, Peckham Rye. The score is
3 goals to 20-1 behind for the visitors. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Yet again, the Aussie girls are lining up a long time before the UK team join them. At this point, I have to assume that they're playing mind games, those UK girls. But either way, we're gonna commence the fourth term. Can somebody count how many UK players are on the field, please? Because goodness gracious, my heart can't handle another stoppage. The tension is too high.
I think they have it sorted out by this point. You wouldn't have thought we'd get something like that in the last quarter. But
here comes Brooksy streaming towards the commentary wing, hopefully to have another dominant term right in front of us. We've got front row seats to the best show in London today. The umpire pauses. Oh no, don't tell me.
No, just we've had a player inside the square.
Oh, okay.
Before the
oh yeah, there she is.
6 rule.
Get out of it. We want to play footy. And the ball comes down off the hands of the Australian ruck, only as far as a 2-on-2 contest, and it's going to go straight back up in the air, Reece.
Elaine Kelly doesn't win the hit out this time. Australia still managed to find the football. Is it going to be picked up here? That's a great hip and shoulder there by UK. Goes inside now. Australia with all the numbers and possession at the moment. Getting some clean footy. Found someone out on the wing. Is she going to get there? Is the boundary going to beat her? I think she might just get there. Yes, manages to.
Looks like the ball's been held up in the long grass out there, mate.
We've got a player down here in the 50-metre arc of the UK goals. Just got a little stoppage here as we figure out.
Yeah, did you see what happened?
I did not see it, unfortunately.
No,
I was watching.
I was focusing on that chase out to the boundary.
Yeah.
She's.
At least she's up.
She's up.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Hopefully she's okay and hasn't done anything too serious. She's on her feet, which is always a good sign.
Yeah, she's being helped out towards the boundary.
So we just got a little stoppage here as player just exits the field. Should have play back underway any second now. Now we're going to have a ball up, or is Australia going to get possession here? That'll be the next question. Or did it end up going out of bounds?
I imagine we're going to ball it up either way. I think if there's a stoppage like this, you can't give a free kick. Yeah, the ball is with the umpire who looks ready to ball it up. The rucks are nominating, and we're ready to get back underway. I don't know if we stopped time for injuries.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, our timer has got distracted and sort of wandered off. As the ball goes back into the air, Australia almost come away with it, but the pressure from the UK is too elite on this occasion, and it's another ball up.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that today. Pressure's been very good from the UK, managing to hold Australia up. Every time they seem to get clean possession, it just doesn't seem to go anywhere. Absolutely. Except for that time.
There's a clearance. There's a clearance for Australia. 2 of 50-50. The UK come away with it. That's been the story of the day. They can't quite take clean possession. There are just too many players around that pill, and we're going to get another stoppage.
No, every time Australia seem to get a clearance, it just seems to land on a UK player's chest, and then the ball just ends up going back the other way. So that's something that they need to work on in the last quarter if they're going to have any chance here. It's going to take something special.
It'd be a mighty comeback, given 3 goals have been kicked for the day, and Australia need to kick 4.
Great mark there.
At an absolute minimum. And the way things are going right now, it just doesn't look that likely. But credit to them.
Australia do have a free kick on the wing.
Has been phenomenal.
Go inside 50 for Australia. Can they make use of it this time? Ball's picked up by the UK. Out the back here, looking for a player. Just goes down the line, hoping for the best. Goes over the back, and Australia will mark it about 55 metres out from their own goal. Now, they want to be looking for a lead here. Is anyone going to present for them? As we go inside 50.
There is plenty of movement there. The ball sort of drops in between leading players, forces another contest, and I think that's going to be a ball up in the Australian forward 50 for a change.
But that was better play from the Australians there. We haven't seen too much of that today, but definitely some positive signs as we come away with another hit out.
Straight
To no
down
one
the
again,
throat.
though. UK are just going to clean this up. Can she get a clean getaway? I think that's holding the ball up, throw. And Australia will get a free kick here about 40 metres out of their own goal.
Who's that, Rez?
That is it number 21?
Mm-hmm.
No, not on the team sheet.
Fair enough. She's having a good game. That's just barely the required, but it sets Australia up for a set shot from number 8. We're maybe
Elaine
looking
Kelly.
35 metres out, directly in front. A little bit of a breeze, but otherwise...
Oh, risky, but we've got a goal.
That'll be Australia's first goal of the day. A cheeky snap from a play on at the top of the square. The UK girls honestly stopped. You do need to be a little bit aware of that. Just play to the whistle rather than...
This has been a
making
much
any
better
assumptions.
quarter so far from the Australians. They are seeming to utilise their possession a little bit better and find some players with their disposals. Their inside 50 work has been well so far. They're lucky that the UK are lucky they've only conceded 1 goal this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's early days.
It is early.
For the quarter. But that looks like what Australia have been struggling to do all day. Just find the link-ups all the way through. I mean, they took a mark on the top of the goal square. No one's managed to do that today. As the ball is contested, UK come out of it in the centre, down the commentary wing. Here comes Brooksy. Puts
that
her head
high?
over the pill
Yes.
yet again. She goes for the play on. No, she's coming back behind the mark. She looks up to assess her options.
Should look in the middle here. Is she going to go in the middle? We got a player out in the middle.
There we
Goes
go.
over the
switch
top.
was very much on. Perhaps UK have bit off a little bit more than they can chew. No, the ball's gone right through, out the back. Another UK player has put it on the chest of a leading forward. The ball spills. There's very good defensive pressure there from the Australians, who are trying gallantly to get the ball out, but
That's holding the ball. Oh, umpire calls play on. Australia head towards the boundary. Are we going to get clean possession here from the Australians? No, just taps it along and the ball spills out of bounds about 45 metres out from the UK's goal.
this is good footy, Reece.
It is. It hasn't been quite as... last quarter we saw the ball on the ground a lot more than we have this quarter. So,
Mate, the sun's come out and the game has really opened up. There's been really, really lovely passages of play here as the UK handball goes straight to an Aussie player. They're on their feet, they're wrapped up. There's a stoppage at the top of the UK attacking 50. We are at the Monleys end. The ruck contest is won again by Australia. Only goes as far as the waiting UK players though for another ball up.
yeah, we've had a few ball up here at the moment. That might work to UK's advantage here. Get a clean tap there, but it's only as far as the Australians. Can't take clean possession. Just needs to pick it up now. That could be in the back, possibly. Holding the ball, the umpire
Yeah, I
says.
thought that was a good tackle. I thought she did just enough to get to the side of the player rather than diving her back. That's number 6 from the UK as I fumble with my phone to try and get the team sheet out. That'll be Kane Schooley, who gets up and under it, launches it across the face of goal. It spills to ground. It's flirting with the boundary without quite committing, and over it goes.
We'll have a ball up here. So Australia needs to get a clearance here.
They've shown they can do it this term.
Are they going to win this hit out? No,
No,
UK with the hit out.
Win a tap straight to one of their players.
Out on the foot.
She got unlucky there. The ball came away off the boot in a tackle and it just sort of came off at the wrong angle. That's out on the full. Australia have the kick in and they've put a lot of space between the kicker and any potential receiving players. The kick comes short, player comes towards it, back to the original kicker, back to the original receiving player, and
Marked by the UK, about 55 metres out. Now we just need someone to present now. Is she going to find a target? Gets underneath that one.
that's a lovely kick.
Doesn't find anyone, but that could play to their advantage, and we're going to get a ball up. Now I think if anyone's a winner in that situation, it's definitely the UK.
If there's anyone who's a winner in that situation, it's anyone who's watching this game of footy, mate. I'm just having the best time. The Masters are putting on a show.
As the men begin to warm up behind us.
Behind us, you might hear a little bit of chirping. Jason Ackermanis is in there somewhere, but I'm led to believe. But that's not the focus right now. The focus is this dominant display by the UK as a set shot from who I think is again Rania. I think this is Rania. She's a little bit too far away for me to see her number. She has already kicked a goal.
A lot of jumping up and down.
Interesting movement on the mark. Number 20 from Australia turned her back to the kicking player and was jumping around. Where I come from, Reece, that's 50 metres every day of the week. But
yeah, I believe you can jump up and down on the spot. I'm not sure about turning around.
That to me is not standing.
No.
You're right, jumping up and down laterally. I've seen that paid 50, but you can actually do that. You just can't step off the mark. She stepped off the bloody mark, I'll be honest.
And doesn't find a target here.
Back into 50. The ball comes loose. It's gathered up by one of the girls in red.
Held to her, and we're going to have a ball up here.
Yeah, they couldn't really make that count. There was an opportunity there that went begging. Well, but they have halved the contest.
As long as the ball remains in UK's forward 50 here, and they just keep, holding that ball up, chewing up the clock. I mean, Australia have got a lot of work to do if they're going to come kick another 2 goals here.
No, you're right. Anything could happen for the UK girls, and a part of me really hopes it does. I hope this game has another little highlight in it for us before the final siren.
Probably got about 10 minutes to go here.
Yeah, do you reckon?
In the last half, I would say something like that.
Oh, plenty of time then. Plenty of time for some
and it is
some
only
goals
2
to get scored. Here's Brooksy. Unfortunately, can't quite take the mark.
Now we're away.
And she's...
Called a trip, umpire.
She's given away a tripping free by
I don't know why the umpire didn't.
The ground. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not sure why that wasn't paid advantage there, Gaz. To be honest, Australia had the break.
No, absolutely. From a free kick, it could have well been advantage. I'm not sure that I saw the free kick in the first place. Number 14, Ralia, puts the ball on the boot, and it drifts across the face. That could have been an absolute ripper goal from the UK.
Score 22-7 here. Still plenty of time for the Australians, but they are going to need 3 goals here to pull off a victory. As we smothered.
4, I would have thought.
Approaching the last 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes to go in this Masters game between the Australians and the UK. Australia are trying to work their way down the commentary side wing, but again that pressure from the UK is all encompassing, and the Australians make it only as far as the half back flank. Number 180 gathers the ball.
Yeah, a bit of darts going on out there with that number. Dribbles out of play again here.
Yeah, we've got another stoppage.
This is good for the UK though. Stoppages is all they need to get over the line, although we wouldn't mind seeing a few more goals from either team.
I'd love a snag, Reece, I really would. I'd love a sausage roll. I'm hungry.
Hit out, goes to the UK this time. Not managing to pick it up. Just both players just dive on the footy. Umpire decides to just ball it up here. Haven't dominated the hit-outs by any means this quarter, Australia, which we did see last quarter.
No, the UK are working towards evening them out. Australia just weren't dominant from the stoppage, though. Even though they won those taps. We've mentioned before they weren't
taking advantage of it, no.
With the footy. The UK midfield have just been too strong.
Got a player on the lead here. Unfortunately, that just goes out on the full.
Yeah, right,
we'll have a free kick to the United Kingdom.
Here's an opportunity for the UK. 71 looks up, moves a can closer to her shoe. That's a niche strategy.
Just goes over the top here. It spills out the back, but it's going to work to their advantage. I think they're going to get a goal.
Absolute brilliant snap there.
Manager, I reckon that one will seal the deal for the UK here.
Oh, Reece, it is well and truly over. If I were Rex Hunt, I would be doing the fat lady singing.
Well, if they had any hope at all, the Australians, they definitely have absolutely none now.
Do you know what, though? A game like this, it's not about the result. It's just about footy.
Yeah, it's coming together, isn't it? Yeah, between two countries.
Yeah, it's about celebrating footy in the UK, where everyone's so busy playing with round balls, and there's a severe lack of appreciation for this sport in all of its glory, and we have seen all of its glory in this contest today. The Australians, despite trailing by a significant margin on the scoreboard, have put in a really good contest, and they've treated us to a lovely afternoon of AFL footy.
I have, yes, and the Australians have had to come a long way to play this game, and they have just come off a big, massive tournament, so fatigue would definitely be a factor for them out there today, I reckon. So we got a free kick for tripping. Australia look like they're going to go inside 50
Here we
again.
go, Australia to make an attack. This might be their
Can
last
you get the handball
roll
out?
of the dice.
That's holding the ball, if I've
every
ever
day of the
seen
week.
it.
Yeah.
Dropping the footy.
Yeah, you want to kick or handball that one, I think. They're your options.
Just go long down the line. That's the idea. Can she get underneath it? No. Manages to pick it up still. Dishes it off to Australia, though, who get possession. Finding another player. Just over the top again. Not managing to find the player. UK here with a clean pick-up. Gets a handball. And they're away now.
Link up with Brooksy. That's a South East London Giant dream. What a magnificent little bit of play. Unfortunately, it was intercepted by an Australian player.
We have a player down here just on the commentary wing. She's just managing to get to her feet now.
Yeah, she'll be right.
Ball is just entered into Australia's forward 50. As they
Number
have possession,
one.
they go forward. Are we going to see a goal here? No, touched on the line.
That's very well defended by number 11.
I'm just going to say that was going to go through the goals, but she's completely stopped that one. So
yeah,
well done.
Really well done.
Yep.
That's the importance of keeping that focus, being that last player back on the goal line and running both ways as well. The ball seemed to be going the other way, but you need to be prepared to run two ways in this game. And
Looking for a target out on the commentary wing here. Can't seem to find it. Australia with clean possession again. Picks up the footy going long. They've got the numbers, Australia here. Can they do something with it? Doesn't seem to at the moment. UK seem to find the numbers now. Are they going to do anything? I think we're going to have a ball up here about 20 metres out from Australia's goal.
How long have we got on the timer? This is the last minute of the game, the last opportunity for Australia to put some scoreboard impact on, but the UK make a break down the commentary wing. Number 14, she has been everywhere today. She spills the mark on this occasion, but she can hold her head up high for the impact that she's had for the UK team. Australia make a dash down the wing.
Out on the full.
Comes off the wrong side of the boot, unfortunately, for number 27 for Australia, but it was a really, really good effort.
And I reckon that'll almost be it for today.
Yeah, we are preparing ourselves for the siren and for a big celebration for the home side, who have been dominant today.
Yeah, it's been a good performance from the UK, that's for sure. Well-deserved victory by them today, but no discredit to the Australians. You know, they've been good, coming off a big tournament like I mentioned earlier. So, ball just spilling out in front of us here on the commentary side. We're going to have another ball up with about 10 seconds remaining on the clock.
This is about as close to the action as we've been all day, Reece.
Well, I can definitely see a lot better.
Yeah, we can get a real sense of how the midfield are doing their thing as the final siren goes.
Final
the
scores.
UK 28 to Australia's 7. What a game of footy.
It looks like they all enjoyed that, had a bit of fun.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
And we'll be back in about half an hour for the men's. For now, that'll do, Pig.